Okay. First and foremost, I gotta say thank you, God. Um, it's hard to say that sometimes, but I need to get back to seeing things in the right perspective and the reality of what this is. The nasty manipulation I experienced, I recognize it for what it is. Even the gaslighting, the manipulation, it will never be. I will never let that happen. Where they can make themselves believe that I don't see them for what they are. These people are pedophiles for just even forcing people to experience these kind of reactions and stimulations. But I'm glad they live life dedicating that to them. The sad part is they still try to present this facade. I was on the call. This woman literally tried to even make me think that we're with this Me Too movement and we're avenging and with this. I'm like, trash. First of all, you're a piece of shit for even trying to bring that facade when I know the amount of women that's being tortured and raped commonly in order to break them down. Just imagine like you try to protect Jews, right? Let's say it's 1945, 1940, World War II, and you join the Nazi, whatever, army because you want to harm somebody who you say harmed a Jew. Or you're in some kind of like genocide where they're exterminating certain kind of people or killing a bunch of people. You join that program that's torturing the people that you claim that you want to protect to harm somebody that you say harm a person that you don't care about. But you're joining this organization that is killing and torturing and raping and doing so much horrible things, destroying their life. Of course, I know it's not that. I'm not that idiotic. I understand the reality. They're just using whatever they can to hype themselves, create this psyop, and also make themselves. They want to enjoy what they do, because it's enjoyable in the sense that they have the ability to do so much. It's like an alternate reality where you are God in the sense that you can do so much to somebody. So all of a sudden they become all so protective to women and avenging, oh, you did this and that, while they're in a program that is destroying and is doing so much of the worst things you can imagine. They involve in that. Some of them actually involve themselves in targeting people much more vulnerable than me. And the more and more they want to present this facade, the more and more they're embarrassed because this is commonly used. When you put in this program, what happens is they try to trick you into thinking that it's anything but this mass government doing this thing to you. Of course, it's this government entity. I've seen some of these losers. I've seen some of these people just turning off logic and rationality. You're a human trash. I don't care what you do outside of this, but as soon as you sign up for this, you sign up for something that's going to come back to you in the proper way. But they're just nastiness. For me, on my phone, I look at who is responsible for me dying this way. The rest is just a nasty facade, which has been humiliated day in and day out. Now it's just so bad because when I look at this phone, I'm looking at the smirk of this man, and I'm like, this trash out here, living day in and day out doing these nasty things, and this guy wash his hands and look. He's probably looking at these losers, trying to make themselves appear like this group of protectors of families and children and women, when in reality, not too long ago, a mass shooting just happened. Obviously, a target individual. He was pushed by losers like them, trash like them, to the point where he killed 18 people. A child died, a 14-year-old kid, and this is going to happen again. It's the same program. I mean, these people doing that to me, regardless of the expertise they have, the experience they have. I don't care if it's the first time they involve themselves in this. I care that they're still involved in a program that does these things to women and children. And some of them doing that to me for sure have expertise, So of not only doing that to me, but others much more vulnerable than me. And they've said it. I just I couldn't accept the fact that they could be this disturbing. But now I understand what this is about. The truth is, this is a weapon development. They use human subjects and utilize this technology and observe and improve onto what they've observed on. Typical developing of a technology. The more human beings, the more data you get, the better it gets. These people will continuously do that to others. Some have already done that to others. Some will be doing more to others. Some will stop. But either way, they involve themselves in that. That's all I care about. At that point, I see you for the shit that you are. For all the women and children they've tortured. They have their blood on their hands. So when I see that, when I see them, I see that. I see the babies they've tortured. I see the toddlers they've tortured. I've seen the women they've tortured. I've seen the men they've tortured. I've seen the victims of this mass shooting. That's what I see in them. That's it. I see the cowardness in their faces when I hear the testimonies of not even testimony, victims of mass shooting that survived this mass shooting, getting wounded, when these losers and these bottom feeders still try to create this facade. Trash ass. I understand your job is to gaslight me to accepting this thing. I'm not identifying with this manipulation, and I know what you're really about, not really this bullshit stories you try to come up with. Your nasty low life. That's why they use childlike-minded people. To see a grown man try to dumb himself down, it's like, we at war. So you're at war, but this kid is always the one getting shot at. Trash ass. And they have kids themselves. That's the most disgusting part. It's nothing more disturbing to see an individual with children be involved in this program, because they torture children too. But on top of that, this common tactic of breaking down the target individual, which at this point they're still trying to make me identify with this manipulation. Yesterday was so disturbing. At this point, not only I know that the governmental entities that runs this program, these losers, these bottom feeders, and I don't mean to just insult them. I just want to put things in perspective. They are nobodies. All of these people interacting with me today can die. Nothing's changing with me. The reason why this program is running is because this governmental entity in the Department of Defense are running this, are funding this. That's their technology. This trash coming out now is a make too. Shut the retarded ass. And those DoD entities finding out they actually have a problem with pedophilia. It's so serious, such an issue. That the bill is attempting to limit the amount of child porn they're trafficking using the DoD network and the Pentagon devices, because there's so much of it. But how much humiliation? Then the tactics they've done to me have been done to others, so much so that people have described it to the T, exactly what I'm going through. They are very systematic. Things are done in a systematic way, meaning that what's happening to you is not unique to you. You will hear somebody say the exact same thing that you're saying. It will be scary. It will be as surreal as one has said. You wouldn't even understand how crazy it is that somebody can describe things to that level, because that's what they do. Yesterday was so disturbing. They've been playing my libido. Your libido is used against you to torment you. And the way and why I'm saying that, because it's weird. Why would I say your libido be used against you? Because people are looking for, men want to have a libido. It's bad to not have a libido. But in this case, I wouldn't mind not having a libido, because my libido, and I'm saying that not like this is because of this condition. They are manipulating my libido in these disgusting ways. Yesterday, and you'll see a video, but there was this thing about Kim Kardashian, the way they're trying to say, no, but you see Kim Kardashian when she's a teenager, that's what you want her. Like Kim Kardashian, these people are trying to change you. Personality rebuild, as they say, recreating personality is big. That's what they do when they are trying to redesign your perception of Kim Kardashian, somebody like many men have thought of in a very sexual way, but they want me to start thinking of her when she's a teenager, to make me accept this manipulation I'm experiencing today, and make me experience these stimulations when I see her as a teenager in these different versions. I'll make a video about it already, but they were stimulating me to the crazy. It was intense, and it was bad. Like at one point I felt like my genital was like had its own mind. It was being so controlled. I was like, I could feel like my genital literally being manipulated in a, like they've been doing that all the time, but it felt like it was like almost detaching him. Like it's just crazy. But they were playing my libido. So much so much I was like, okay, I have to do something. Now, to minimize the amount of sexual arousals I have, to try to do that, try to release